Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob coming to you today from someplace in Denmark. I forgot to check the name of this city. I think it's called Aarhus, A-R-H-U-S. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But in any event, what I want to talk to you today is about the benefits of cruising. I'm on a cruise, and this is my second cruise in less than 30 days. And since the green travel light for international travel came on in March 2022, I am hoping that you are smart enough, if you are the type that likes to travel, to dust off your passport and get going. And so now, a cruise is not for everyone. You know, there are people that are afraid of the water, and there are people who they just don't get it in terms of cruising. But I just want to briefly talk to you about the benefits of cruising. First of all, you only have to pack and unpack once. So you get a chance to, depending on how long the cruise is, you get a chance to see multiple destinations, and you don't have to pack and unpack like you would have to if you were schlepping through the airport. So take, for example, if you take a cruise from New York and it goes to the Caribbean or it goes to Europe. So you might, if it's a 7-day cruise, you might see 3 or 4 ports. If it's a longer cruise, you know, like the cruise I took from New York to Rome, I think we did 9 stops. And so, so one of the things is that you're able to sample briefly different destinations. Like our first stop on that cruise was the Azores, Punta Delgada. So I've been there several times, but the benefit of having been there before is that I knew where I could go and change American dollars for euros, which was basically literally diagonally across from the cruise ship terminal. So by going to a place more than once, you end up having familiarity. So one of the main benefits of a cruise is that by sampling these different places, you get a chance to see things you like or don't like. And then if you like something, you can come back later and spend more time. And so I've done that in numerous places like Dominican Republic, Aruba, St. Thomas, you know, several other islands that I've been to several times, both on cruises and stayed for a while. And so the bottom line is that a cruise, one of the other real excellent selling points of a cruise is the food. The food on most cruise ships is out of sight. Also, they've started this new thing, which you never had like 10 years ago, but now it's on every ship that I've been on recently, where they have what's called premium dining, which is where you have to pay extra, because ordinarily all your food on a cruise ship is free, including room service. Although there are some cruise lines now that are instituted a service charge for room service. But if you think about it, when you check into a hotel and you order room service, you can end up with quite a bill. On this ship where I am right now, room service is free. And so basically, I just, when they deliver my food, I'm just generous to the in-room dining person with my tips. So, and the food and the service is great. So, you know, you could order 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so the other thing about the cruises, I was talking about this premium dining. So at first, I was very skeptical because I said, hey, listen, all the food on the ship is free. Why should I pay extra to eat? Well, guess what? When I was comped on one of the premium dining venues to try out, oh my gosh, amazing. Amazing service, amazing food, the decor, the atmosphere was elegant. Now, of course, it depends if you like that kind of thing. Not everybody's into that. But if you're the kind of person that would spend, $150 a person at Morton's, or, you go and spend $100 for dinner a person at Ruth Chris, then these would be your kind of places, because the prices charged are it's an amazing value. Depending on what the restaurant it is, it's between I would say 25% to 50% of what you would spend if you went to a steakhouse. And that is if, a regular steakhouse. If you went to a premium steakhouse, then this would basically be 10 to 15% of the cost of going to a regular steakhouse. So they also have other types of premium eating venues, such as they have, if you're into sushi, which I don't eat. I like my meat cooked. But the Japanese restaurants have been stellar. The Italian restaurants, oh my gosh, the food, they make the pasta fresh. And so I just want you to consider, Google cruising. There's a really good website for consumers if you want to consider cruises. It's called cruisecritic.com. And basically, they will give you the rundown on all the different cruise lines, and the main thing that they have is reviews, where they have I believe over 100,000 reviews, so you can pick through and look through. They've been going for some time, and typically before I go on a cruise, I go to Cruise Critic and take a look at some of the comments of, talk about the food. They'll talk about whether or not you should do an upgrade, when not to do an upgrade. They'll talk about the shore excursions, and they'll talk about the different categories of ships. There's smaller ships, there's medium-sized ships, and then there's the gargantuan ships now out. I know, I believe Royal Caribbean has a ship out that holds 6,000 passengers, plus I think they have the 3,500 crew. So basically it's 10,000 people like on a cruise ship. So I'm not going to get into the politics of that, but let's just say I personally prefer smaller ships, and 2,000 or less. That's my preference. And so if, to be on a ship where there's less than 1,000 people, that's like amazing. So you still have the cruise ship experience, but you're not walking these long distances. And, when you have 6,000 passengers on a ship plus the crew, try catching an elevator, and if you can imagine what the lines would be. However, the flip side is that those brand new cruise ships have all kinds of things like golf courses, zip lines. They even have water parks. So if you're a high extrovert and you like to do that amusement park thing, go for it. So this is Dr. Bob signing off from someplace in Denmark, right? I don't know any Danish, but in any event, I want to wish you well. And remember, self-care, taking time for yourself, it isn't selfish, it's smart. So this is Dr. Bob from Stress Free Now, signing off from Denmark. Until next time, from stressfreenow.info, be safe and be well.